Carter Christian are here for the Kingfisher on Beyond the 90. Miami FC 2-2 draw tonight with FC Tulsa, who are one of the best teams in the Western Conference, who, as those of you who might have listened to the third half podcast know, I'm constantly saying FC Tulsa to me is the most complete team, at least looked the most complete team in the Western Conference this season outside of New Mexico United. So really good result given Miami FC played the majority of the match down a man. Played the last several minutes of first half stoppage time, plus the entire second half down a man after Romero's red card. Miami FC, the better side in the second half, get the only goal in the second half, down to 10 men. Miami FC played much better 10v11 than 11v11 in this match. That's the takeaway. Against this very good Tulsa team, Miami, to me, poor in the first half, sloppy, just clumsiness from Lucas Milano, he's such a great professional and a veteran, but there are some matches where he's just not, able to impact the game positively. We're seeing this like maybe every other match, and often it's when he starts matches. When he comes off the bench, he's fine. So Milano, a big mistake early, gives Tulsa the opportunity, and they convert the penalty. And then Miami FC gets it back just a few minutes later, right? Foul on Bolu. And Bonfilio converts this penalty. He's missed the penalty earlier in the season against Tampa Bay, which cost Miami a point, and is one of only 3 matches the Rowdies have won in the USL Championship. Although Tampa Bay is coming good. We're seeing that, as we talked about yesterday on the Florida Soccer Report. So Miami then, the rest of the half, the midfield was slow. The build-up play was really labored. I didn't like Sebastian Blanco today. I thought this was the first time since early April, late March, early April, he's played really poorly and got an early hook as a result. So he was off today, and that's not a good sign, although you have to have guys can't be at that level every match. Vasquez was okay, but I don't think he influenced the match that much positively. Mercado in midfield actually had more responsibility because of the sending off to Romero, right? And he was able to do a lot. And this is a situation where later in the season, you would see someone like potentially with Tulu coming back, maybe you will see Bolu be able to slide into midfield in a situation like this. By the way, again, another cricket. I've been covering cricket all week, so this is cricket also, Washington Freedom, but this is from the press conference at the cricket, so that's why I should probably just rip this off. Who else was good tonight for Miami FC? I felt like the back four were outstanding. Mitrano picks up a booking, but was very good, and the coaching staff seems to be regaining faith in him, which I think is an important thing, because he is a very solid left back at this level, particularly if you're going to play in a back four. If you're going to play in a back three, you might be able to play a Brandon Band, or you can push someone out there and play them wide. So I thought he was pretty good. I really thought Jonathan Rickens had an outstanding match today. He would probably be outside of Bonfilio, my man of the match. Or maybe it's Dalton Knutson, right? Dalton, you could give the man of the match in every match. And then obviously Bonfilio, a great goal. Great goal. Stayed with the move. Could have tried to go down. Could have been looking for a call. In fact, I think there was some hope that there would be a call from the other Miami FC players. He continues to move. He finishes the move. He gets the goal. And from that point forward, Miami FC seems to be on the front foot for much of the match, even though they were down a man. And it felt like if there was going to be a winner, they would get it until second half stoppage time. Then Tulsa created some chances in second half stoppage time. But really solid performance, and I think this was a good management job by Gaston Mandoni. We haven't seen Kevin Hoyos. I complained last week that we haven't seen him in 2 months. He puts him on in minute 60. He gives us something a little different. Nico Cardona, he was able, this is the sort of match where he can make a difference coming off the bench, but then he gives up a very bad foul, a dumb foul that could have created a set piece opportunity where Tulsa smashes and grabs the win. So that was a mistake from Nico. Verón was solid when he came on. I mean, I think certainly he was able to settle things a little bit in midfield. And then I would say the other big piece of this to me today was the ability of Gaston Mandone to see a situation, to understand a situation tactically as a manager. You're down a goal, and you're down a man. How do you set up in that situation? You don't want to go too defensive, but then how are you going to get but then if you don't, you could get opened up, especially by a team like Tulsa, which has the ability to just kill a game, right? They're not a team that's going to score a lot of goals. We've seen that this season, but defensively, they're one of the best teams in the league. Miami FC, one of the few teams to get multiple goals against Tulsa this season, but they could have just killed the game. And Miami has enough going forward. And I think, again, this is where Mercado was really good. Mercado was really good in the second half. After Romero had got sent off. I don't think he was particularly good in the first half, and neither was Romero. You're getting some really good technical play. Slow technical play, but enough to control the tempo to where that extra man, because Tulsa's always going to have an extra man in situations. There can be overloads in midfield. There can be situations where they get guys in wide areas and you're chasing. Miami was able to manage the situation in the whole second half where that happened very few times. And I credit management with that. So Gaston Mandone evolving as a manager as we see the season continuing. Unlike last season when Antonio Nocerino started pretty well and it went like this and it crashed and burned. And then in Vegas this year, same thing, and it went down even faster and he was gone. So, great result. All things considered. Lexington next week. Lexington have won 3 on the bounce in the league. I think that's going to be a very tough game, the way Lexington is playing of late. But Miami plays to the level of their opposition, right? We've been saying this for a few weeks now.